Fans win. Flawless victory.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Scott and I am your host today and every other day as I take you through news and reviews in the world of horror. Today I'm looking at Mortal Kombat 2 and the fact it's been delayed and why I think that is a good thing for fans and a great thing for the franchise. But before I do that, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because if, like me, you love horror, you're going to like pretty much everything I do on this channel. So Mortal Kombat was set to be released in October. We were going to get the second installment of the rebooted franchise of Mortal Kombat, and then out of nowhere, after releasing multiple trailers, I think we had 4 different variants of trailer, it was delayed and they pushed it back till May next year. And everyone was left scratching their head and couldn't work out why. And there's not been any real official reason as to why they've pushed it back, but there's some speculation that it is to reframe the story more so around Johnny Cage than it already is. Bear in mind, all the promotional material was all about Johnny Cage. It turns out that the main bulk of the movie wasn't all about him, so I think they've gone away to re-edit and rework it back together, which, as a fan, annoyed me initially, until I took time to think about it a little bit more. And this is actually a good thing. It's a really good thing. They now have another 8 months to work on this movie, fine-tune it, if need be do a couple of reshoots, really work on the CGI and brush up any effects issues that they have, because there was a couple of bits in the trailer that looked a little bit wonky. And there are lots of people that are saying that they've pushed this back because they're afraid it's not going to perform and they just wanted more time. And I'm going to say to those people, you are definitely wrong. So if they'd released it in October, it was without a doubt the biggest movie coming out in October. It would have been the biggest box office that October this year had, by far. Nothing would have come close to it. It would have been a smash hit. They've moved it to May. And in May next year, you have the release of Tron Ares, which is going to be a huge film from Disney. You also have Grogu and the Mandalorian movie coming out the same month. And they're putting this directly up against those movies. And you wouldn't do that if you thought it was going to bomb. You would move it as far away from those movies as you could. And also next year, we're getting a Street Fighter live action adaptation of Street Fighter. Brand new cast, brand new storyline, and that comes out in October. So this is them pushing Mortal Kombat into the same release year as Street Fighter for the Street Fighter Mortal Kombat head-to-head. And this is a good thing for anyone who's a fan of these types of movies, these video game adaptations, because if Mortal Kombat does very, very well, it's going to put the pressure on the producers and the directors and the writers of Street Fighter to ensure that that is also a great movie. And that's got a really bizarre cast. Like, I'm not going to go through them now.
Acknowledge me!
But there's a couple of professional wrestlers in there. There's a couple of just weird and wonderful people. And I think they've put together a really cool ensemble cast for that. So I'm excited for that as well. And I think Mortal Kombat, if it performs well, will push that to be a better movie. As for the movie itself, like, we had a pretty good idea what we were getting with Mortal Kombat 2. It was a Johnny Cage is called in to assist in Mortal Kombat, and we were going to get the Mortal Kombat tournament in Outworld. Something we didn't get in the first movie, as that was very much a prelude to Mortal Kombat. And now I can't confidently say that we're going to get that. I still think they're going to follow a very similar storyline, but this is going to go through some edits, it is going to go through some reshoots, and we may end up with something completely different. And I don't know if there's been a lot of leaks online, which is part of the reason they're making changes. I don't know whether it's the fact that they wanted to have it in the same year as Street Fighter. I don't know if it's the fact that they just wanted to rework the narrative and make it more of a Johnny Cage story or less of a Johnny Cage story. At the moment, it's all up in the air. But what I do know is I think this is a good thing. This is a good thing because it gives them more time to work on it. And there's nothing worse than a movie being released and we sit and we watch it and we go, it was good, but... And I don't want to do that with Mortal Kombat. The first Mortal Kombat movie was almost perfect. There was not a lot in that I could pick apart. It told a great story, introduced all the characters and set up a really good sequel. And if they were now to release in October and stumble because they'd rushed it, because they felt pressure from fans that they needed to get it out, and then it was bad, Not only is that bad for us as fans, but it's bad for them as filmmakers because they can't then make a third one, which I want, and I'm sure everyone else who loves Mortal Kombat does as well. So I want to know what you think. What do you think the reasons are for the delay? Do you think it's a good thing like me, or are you really, really annoyed and you want it right now? Let me know in the comments. Have a wonderful week, and until I see you next, be good.